You've seen us install our last gen power trunk in this F30, but now we have a new and improved one. So if you want to stop doing this, then follow along in this video to find out how to get this kit for your vehicle and how to install it. Welcome back. I'm Dylan with Beamer Tech. Our power trunk kit is something you didn't realize you needed until you got into a situation like that. This kit will allow you to effortlessly open and close your trunk with your factory key fob or with one of the new included buttons that get installed in your trunk or in the cabin of your vehicle, instantly adding a touch of luxury and convenience at just the push of a button.
Installation of this will take a bit longer and a bit more effort over some of our other products, so we suggest finding one of our certified installers near you. You can find them on our website, and if you're in the Orlando, Florida area, well then stop on by and we can do it for you. You can still 100% install this yourself if you want, and our DIY Essentials Kit and Trim Tool Kits will make this simple. We do suggest you set aside a whole day or weekend so you can take your time.
While we pride ourselves on our products being reversible, meaning you could take them out and keep them, say if you do something like, I don't know, sell the vehicle and get another compatible one, this one does require a couple of permanent modifications. To install the trunk panel button, you will need to cut a hole in your trunk panel, and if you choose to install the interior cabin button, well, you will need to cut a hole there as well. So while all these components are components you would be getting from the factory, the holes left behind, if you choose to remove them, are not. So just keep that in mind. Now there are a few ways you can code this kit to function to make it operate just the way that you want, and we'll cover all those at the end of the video. But without further ado, Jarrett is going to be installing this on an F30, so Jarrett, take it away.
First step is to get to the trunk so we can disconnect the battery, which you should always do before dealing with something electronic. Open the trunk and remove the floor panel like so. After that, remove the side panel like so, exposing the battery. With the 10mm socket, remove the negative terminal and set it aside. Tie a towel around the trunk latch to prevent it from locking if it closes. Jared gets to this later when we remove the factory hardware. There is a lot of trim to remove, so while here, let's remove this trunk arm cover by popping off these clips with a Beamer Tech trim tool and removing it. Do the same on the other side. Back in the trunk, remove the bottom panel by removing this fastener in the corner like so. Lift the panel out and set it aside. Remove the 4 fasteners holding this rear panel in place. And remove the panel like so. Now the passenger side. Start with this fastener here. Next, the emergency fuel door release tab. Push it through, remove the top part, and set it aside. After that, this fastener. This one here too. The last part is the cargo tie down. Remove the cover, then remove the T40 screw. Now grab the panel and articulate it out. On the driver's side, let's remove the side panel here as well. Start with this fastener, and then this one. Remove the cargo tray. Pop out the 12-volt plug. And pull the connector out of the back. Remove the cargo tie down just like you did the other side. Finally, remove this last fastener and articulate the trim out. Next is the trunk lid panel. Start by removing these Phillips screw fasteners by unscrewing them, and then use a trim tool to remove them. There are a few different ways to get this done, but the safest method is with a screwdriver. After those are out, remove these two fasteners. Don't forget these two under here. Remove the emergency trunk release by pressing the metal tab out of the handle. Once everything is removed, pull the panel off like so. Since we will be removing the hardware for the trunk, you're going to want to make sure you support it so it doesn't fall. Tie a towel around the trunk latch to prevent it from locking if it closes. On the passenger side, remove the spring like so. Do the same on the driver's side. Just be careful not to pinch your fingers. Now to start putting the BeamerTech Power Trunk Kit in. Grab the RA and RB brackets from your kit. On the passenger side, install the bracket like so, threading in the included bolts with your hands to get everything lined up. Once everything is lined up, you can use a 10mm socket to tighten everything down. The other section of the passenger side bracket is a bit more tricky. Slide this L bracket under here and then drop this bracket down on top like so. Thread in a bolt from the kit. Be careful not to drop any of these or you may not get them back. Take another bolt and place it in the other side. Once finger tight and in place, use a ratchet or wrench to tighten them down. Grab the right motor and spring assembly and snap the forward ball joint into the top and the rear ball joint into the back. With that done, let's move to the other side. Much like you did on the right side, grab the brackets for the left side and get them into position like so. Use the included hardware to secure the two brackets together. Tighten everything down. At the rear, drop in the main bracket and use the included bolt to hold it into place. Like the other side, slide in the L bracket from underneath and use an included bolt to secure it. Tighten everything down. Grab the left spring and motor and install it the same way you did the other side. At this point, to make sure everything is lined up, doesn't bind, and is installed properly, carefully remove your support and give the trunk a few articulations. Don't let it lock, but give it a full range of motion. Now we need to replace the latch. Remove your towel and remove the 3 T30 screws holding the latch in place. Remove the latch. Grab the latch from the Beamer Tech kit and install it with the factory screws like so. To prep the latch control box for mounting, grab the double-sided foam from the kit and trace out the shape of the unit onto one side. Cut out the shape and remove the backing on one side. Stick it to the back of the control unit. Peel off the other side and stick the unit down here out of the way. For the main control unit, remove the backing of the double-sided tape. Secure it to the top of this junction box like so. Jared placed this one off to the side since there was a fuse for a trunk sub that had to go next to it. Note the suspension bridge cables used as power cables.
Oh my God, that's big and powerful.
Now let's start running some cables. While you can just run this across the floor, your floor panel may not sit flat, so Jared took 2 large cable ties, taped them together, and fed them through the metal like so. It's awkward and takes some effort, but the clean install is worth it. Once ready, tape the leads from the spring and motor on the driver's side assembly to the cable tie and carefully pull it through. Once through, remove the lead from the cable tie and feed them here. And plug them into the corresponding location on the main control box. If you want, you can use some cable ties to tidy things up as you go. After that, take the connectors from the passenger right side and plug them in as well. Tidy it up if you choose. Grab the harness for the latch control box and plug that into the main control unit. Run and secure the cable like so. Plug it into the latch control box. Yours will be secured already, but we've removed ours to show you where to plug it in. Tidy up any cables you choose to at this point. While we're here, let's run the cables that will go up to the trunk panel. Grab these 2 connectors and plug them in here. Start running them up and securing them to this harness. Keep following all the way up this trunk arm. Feed it up to about this point. Once here, reach up to the factory latch assembly and disconnect the connector by pulling. Plug it into the corresponding connector on the BeamerTech harness you just ran. Take the other half of that harness and plug that into the factory latch assembly. Now, locate and remove this factory connector here. For Jarrett, it was tight and there is some sharp metal here, so be careful. Plug it into the corresponding connector on the BeamerTech harness you ran, and plug the other part of that harness into the factory location you just freed up. At this point, you can start tidying up all the slack by using cable ties to secure the BeamerTech harnesses to existing factory harnesses. We now need to cut a hole in the factory trunk panel for the button. This vehicle does not need the interior trunk button since it already came with that from the factory. Start by placing the panel back on temporarily. The button will go here, so Jarrett placed some tape down to make a clean and easy-to-see template outline. Take the included template and place it here like so. Make sure it's level for factory-looking installation. Trace out the inside of the template. With a sharp blade, carefully cut out the rectangle. Once the cut was started and lined up where it needed to be, Jarrett found it easier to remove the panel to continue the cut. While you can just start with the panel off the car, we advise having it in place to make sure the button is level and in the correct location. Once the cut is made, test fit the button and trim off any more you might need to. Once it fits snugly, push it through to secure it into place. To avoid any excess slack where it's not needed, run the button connector from the BeamerTech harness as far as it would need to go to reach the button, and tidy up and secure the rest with cable ties. To finish this area up, grab your trunk panel and feed the emergency release cable through it, and snap the barrel back into the handle and put the handle in position to stop it from potentially slipping back through during reinstallation. Plug the trunk button in and snap the panel back in place. Replace all of the fasteners. Now it's time for power and ground. Plug in the connector from the kit into the main control box here. Locate this ground bus here and loosen the 10mm nut enough to slide the fork terminal of the ground cable under it. Tighten the nut back down. Power will be located under the main control box, so you might need to pull it off temporarily depending on where you mounted it. Under here, loosen this 13mm nut to slide the positive fork terminal under it. Tighten the nut back down. Snap the cover back down and remount the main control box. Tidy up the slack in the cables with cable ties. At this point, the installation is done and it's time to start putting everything back together, but this is a good point to do some tests. So reconnect your negative battery terminal and give it a test. You might want to make sure your rear doors are open and seats are down just in case. Let's put everything back together. Since your trunk panel should be done, grab your driver's side panel and put it in place like so. Make sure the far end is under the bolster. Back end has the weather stripping over it. And don't forget to plug in the 12-volt plug and replace the cargo tray. And replace all of the fasteners and cargo tie down. Do the same with the panel on the other side, just don't forget about the emergency fuel door release. Replace the rear panel, making sure the weather stripping is over it. Replace the battery cover panel. Replace the lower floor panel and fastener. And then replace the floor panel. Finally, snap back on both of these arm covers. And you're done.
And there you have it. The installation is complete. But remember those coding options I told you about? Well, you will get a full list of what those options are and how to code them in the PDF instructions you receive with your order. But with a few different length button presses, you can change the opening height, change the open and closing speed, the anti-pitch force, buzzer sounds, bottom closing speed, and the latch striker holding force. Truly allowing you to customize this kit to function just the way that you want it to. And that is how you install a Power Trunk kit in your F30. Want this for your vehicle? Head on over to our website and enter your VIN to get the right kit for you. Have any more questions about this product? Well, you can reach out to our sales team on our website and chat with them, or give them a call. Have the product already and have any questions about the install or anything like that? Reach out to our support team and they will be eager to assist. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Mini, Supers, and now Teslas, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Want to know what's happening first? Head on over to our website and sign up for our newsletter. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching.